Let's turn that off. All right. So, hello, everyone. It is your girl, Ayana, aka the Crafty Notary, back with another how to notary guide book review that we're doing or book learning. I know this is not Wednesday, so I'm officially changing the time of the book club to Thursday, okay? Because Thursday just seems to work out a lot better. It says my Wi-Fi is unstable and the router is right behind me. So who knows why that is. So Thursday works out a tad bit better for me. The only caveat about Thursday is that it is football Thursday in the Lugo household. And so my husband's already like, oh, you're not going to watch with me? Yes. So we're going to move the time to 7 o'clock. That way I'm done by 8. Football is on and we're good to go. Okay. So, sorry for the impromptu-ness. Sorry for like just popping up, but thank you and shout out to those of you that are already here and viewing. Go ahead and click the like button. Just exit out of the chat, click the like button so that way I know that you are enjoying the video and we can get the video vibing with the algorithm. So I don't even know if Reggie's showing up. I didn't even tell him that I was going live. Let me see. Yeah, I didn't even tell him I was going live. And so if he does, great. If not, that's fine. This video will be recorded and we will be just fine. Okay. Okay. The quality of this video is a little blurry. Let me check my camera settings really quickly. Yep, we're on high def. And audio, we're in the microphone. That's working. So it is what it is. So, all right, let's just get started. So the new thing is that my book camera that works just fine has been replaced by the electronic version. So I don't know what the heck took me so long to not share this version, but we should have been doing it this version. So I don't know if I just want to be clear that I have purchased the book. So I do have the book. So shout out to the National Notary Association. I did purchase the book. So I'm not just pilfering from the website and have not paid for the book. So I did actually buy the book, and this video is for purposes of review only. So hopefully this will not cause an issue. So let's just get on with it. So today we are talking about copy certification. So we've talked about acknowledgments, we talked about jurats. Now we're talking about copy certification. Let me see if I can get this oh yeah, there we go. I like that. A little bit bigger for you guys. And let's get rid of that guy. Will he go away? He doesn't have to. That's fine. We can leave him right there. Let's do it like this. It'll go away if I don't touch it. So we're talking about copy certification. So we're already down to chapter 10. And how many chapters are there in this book? 24. So we're about halfway through the book. And let's just jump in. So copy certification is not as common as acknowledgments or jurats, but this is the third major type of notarization. Copy certification verifies that a reproduction or a photocopy of an original document is true. So a certified copy is a document that has been officially certified to be an accurate reproduction of another document. The original. An original is any document of which a reproduction has been made. So actually, verification of a copy may be performed by any person or agency responsible for holding and preserving any original document. However, only notaries and certain other public officials, including county recorders, are authorized to issue certified copies without retaining permanent custody of the original document, meaning you're not keeping the original. Anyone may verify the accuracy of a copy, but only a notary or other officer may certify a copy. Okay, so that's very clear. Making a certified copy lets the document owner or custodian provide proof of its existence and contents without losing custody of it. The original may be kept safe while the copy is sent somewhere else. So that's the main purpose for a copy certification, is that the copy will be sent somewhere else. Um, a common request to certify a copy is of a college diploma, since only one such document exists, and most people do not want to risk parting with the original when the proof of graduation status is required by a prospective employer or school. All right, so now state laws do vary for copy certification. It's not authorized in all as a notarial act in all states. A few states either prohibit notaries from certifying copies or they set restrictions. So, for example, New York notaries may not certify copies of any document, while California notaries may certify copies of powers of attorney and, when requested by the California Secretary of State, entries in their own notary journals. Oh, they can certify it as a copy. Okay. Many state laws make no reference to copy certification. Let me turn my volume down. Oh, that one's already down. All right. Um, Before a notary attempts to certify a copy, you should check to be certain that it is allowed, and if so, what limitations exist. So you will want to ensure, if you're not in the state of Florida, it is legal in the state of Florida, but you would want to make sure, if you're outside of the state of Florida, that you verify with your state whether or not certifying a copy is legal. All right. On the sidebar over here, it says the original must be presented to the notary. The notary must determine that a copy of the particular document may be lawfully certified, and then carefully compare the original and copy to determine that they are identical. All right. So, for the 4 requirements for copy certification, 1 is personal appearance. That never changes. So, for every notarization that you do, you will need to have personal appearance. Number 2, original presented. So you must provide the original. Number 3, certification lawful. So the notary must verify that we can actually do this as a legal act. And number 4, that the accuracy is verified. So the notary must ensure that the copy is a true, exact, and unaltered reproduction of the original. Okay. So let's talk about personal appearance as it relates to copy certification. The permanent custody of the original document should appear in person to request certified copy. All right. While it is possible that a certified copy request may come by mail or over the phone, notaries should refrain from providing such certifications. Notarization should always involve a face-to-face interaction between 2 or more people. So that's across the board. Personally appearing is across the board for any type of notarization. In addition, the notary will also positively identify the document custodian when executing a copy certification. And while some states don't require identification for copy certifications, it's definitely a prudent practice for the notary. So, ID in the notary in the state of Florida is also a given. So personally appearing and IDing the person, the signer, are 2 things that you're always going to do for any type of notarization in the state of Florida. Now, identification can be through personal knowledge, a credible identifying witness, or identification document. And that seems to be the same for every type of notarization as well. All right, so number 2 requirement, original presented to the notary. So to certify a copy, the notary must be provided with the original document at the time and place of the copy certification. Otherwise, it would be impossible for the notary to compare the copy to the original to ensure that they are identical. Copy certification may not be based on a notary's memory of the document previously seen. It may not be based on the word of another person, regardless of how reliable that person may be. Nor may it be based on the assumption that the copy is accurate because the person or agency making the copy is reputable, official, or authoritative. Sorry, guys, my allergies are messing up because my cat's headbutted me. And that's usually does it. All right. Now, number 3 requirement is, may a copy be certified legally? So notaries may not certify copies of certain vital or public records. Okay. A notary's improper certification of such copies may lend credibility to what is actually a counterfeit or altered document. So, in general, any one and only document in the rightful custody of a private individual may be copied and certified by a notary whose state permits certification, as long as it's not publicly recordable. So, publicly, well, it'll go into it down below. Ideally, a photocopy should not serve as the original for a certified copy. If it's unavoidable that a certified copy be made of a photocopy, the certified copy should be described on the notary certificate as a photocopy of a photocopy. So, there. So, if the original is already a photocopy, then the certified copy should be noted as a photocopy of a photocopy. Okay. Now, documents that we cannot certify include vital records. All right. What's a vital record? A vital record is a birth, a death, marriage, or divorce decree. Those types of things cannot be certified as copies. Those copies have to come from the county clerk in the state of Florida. All right. Number 2, or they have to come from Tallahassee. Recordable documents. So many states prohibit notaries from certifying recordable documents. Examples of that would be a deed that's filed with the county recorder. So a document does not have to be recorded, but merely recordable. So even if the deed is not recorded, it's still a recordable document and it cannot be certified. Certified copies will come from where? The county recorder or the county clerk. All right. Immigration documents. So it says it may be a violation of federal law to copy certain documents issued by the U.S. Hey, Reg, I'm kind of impromptu, but football is at 8:15, so I had to get started. So let me go back. So documents issued by the USCIS include certificate of naturalization, certificate of citizenship, the declaration of intention to become a citizen. If you certify any of those copies, imprisonment or fines may be imposed for unlawful copying of these documents. Give me 1 second. I'm going to remove. Okay. So, all right. So it's chewable, but I'll just let it, do its thing. Or maybe I should just chew it up so my nose can go back to normal in my eye, because Lord knows my eye is itchy too. All right. The next type of document that we cannot notarize are institutional or corporate documents. So notaries should not be certifying a copy of the document intended to be kept in an institutional or corporate office. For example, a copy of a college transcript should only be certified by an official of the college, and a copy of a corporate record only by a designated corporate officer. If the notary is custodian of such records, he or she should certify using the institutional or corporate letterhead or seal, not the notary's. So if the certified copy is to be kept, let's say, at the college, right? Then you cannot certify a copy for it to be kept at the college. But if you need a copy of your college transcript for an employer, well, I guess that would be corporate too. I know it's kind of contradictory because up here it said a college transcript. Where did it say that at? Up here somewhere. Right here. Oh, the diploma. Got it. So a diploma and a transcript are two different things. So transcript, no. Diploma, yes. So sometimes your employer does ask for, when you're applying for a job, they may ask for a copy of your diploma. So diploma, yes, to certify a copy. Transcript, no. Which now that makes sense to me because I always thought you can get a certified copy of your transcript from the school. So it's the diploma that you can certify. All right. So the fourth requirement of certifying a copy is verifying the accuracy of the copy. So to minimize the opportunity for fraud, notaries should only certify photocopies that have been made under their control or in their presence. This makes it easy for us to ensure that the copy is absolutely identical to the original because we made the copy. If it is unavoidable that the photocopy be made without the notary's control or presence, the notary must carefully compare the original and the copy line by line, word for word, to make sure that they match exactly. Okay? So, a notary may never certify a copy of original document that is not in the notary's hands at the time of the certification. All right. The notary must be permitted to examine the original when we are certifying the copy. So they can't just bring us a copy and say, I need this certified. No, sir, ma'am, we need the original. And we need to compare the original to the copy you brought us, or we need the original and we need to make a copy of the original. Mm-hmm. All right. So, though some states allow certification of a transcription or a hand rendered or type reproduction, the National Notary Association strongly recommends that notaries certify only photocopies made by the notary or at least made in the notary's presence. So that way you avoid fraud. All right. So the copy certification certificate. So the notary certificate must be completed to detail exactly what the certification means. The certificate wording may be typed, stamped, or printed on the copy or on a paper attached to it like any other loose notary certificate. It is preferable to fasten the certificate as a cover sheet rather than as an attachment to the signature page as it's done with other loose certificates. So the difference with copy certification loose certificates, they want you to put it on the front of the copy like as a cover sheet instead of the back. Okay. And I would say get a stamp. Get a stamp. I'm going to show you my stamp. I don't have a copy certification stamp. I need to get one. But I have a stamp like this. This is my acknowledgement stamp. So in the event I have room on the document, but I need a certificate, I like to stamp it on there. I have 2 stamps. For acknowledgement and jurat, I need to order a copy certification stamp. I would say it's always better to stamp it on the document than it is to do a loose certificate in any case. All right. So this is the copy certification certificate, and just says on this on this blank day of blank month of blank year, certify that the attached preceding document you put the number of pages is a true, exact, complete, and unaltered copy of name of the document presented to me by name of the document's custodian. Um, and to that, to the best of my knowledge, the original document is neither a public record nor a publicly recordable instrument. High influencing you. This book is a general book and it does speak to all states. However, I am a Florida notary, and so I would say that the review is a little bit skewed to Florida, but I'll let you know where you should research for your own state, because the book is a general book for all notaries. It's not state specific. And there are sections, like if we look up here, I mean, if we look up here, it'll have state laws vary. So it'll tell you where, when, and where to check with your state laws. So thanks for asking. I really appreciate that. And thank you so much for joining the live today. All right, let's keep going. So basically, you fill in the blanks. We'll need to read all of that. If a particular document does not ask for the page numbers, the notary should include the page numbers with the document description. Indicating the number of pages can later show whether the copy has been improperly added or removed. That is a practice that you should do with all loose certificates. This one right here. You should always, with a loose certificate, write the name of the original document, the date of that document, and the number of pages with the loose certificate included. So if it was one document and you did a loose certificate, now the document is 2 pages. So that way, if they ever try to do some funny business, the person who sees that loose certificate will see the name of the document that it should have been attached to, and it will see the number of pages that that document should have had. So they can't just take that loose certificate and move it somewhere else and say, oh, this one was notarized too, or to make a copy of it. So you should always get in the practice of doing that on all of your loose certificates. All right. So let's move down to certified copy of notary record. So occasionally a notary will be requested to provide a certified copy of your journal entry. In these situations, typical certificate wording would be like this here: on this day of month of year, I certify that the attached or preceding document of number of pages is a true, exact, complete, and unaltered copy of an official notarial record in my possession. Okay. So, this is the wording that you would give if you had to photocopy a page out of your journal and certify that. All right. So, performing a typical copy certification is next. And with the following example, let's illustrate the steps in performing typical copy certification. So, the situation is on March 19th, 2017 at 3 p.m. Linda R. Owens appeared before notary Paul C. Fontana in Bexar County, Texas, to have a copy of her college diploma certified. Ms. Owens lives in San Antonio and offers her Texas driver's license as identification. She hands the diploma to Mr. Fontana. All right. Step 1 is personal appearance. Ms. Owens appears in person before the notary, Mr. Fontana, to request a notarization, so personal appearance has been established. Number 2, determining the notarial act. Mrs. Owens specifically asks for a certified copy, thereby instructing the notary as to the type of act to perform. All right, number 3, identifying the document custodian. Though not required for copy certification, the notary asks Mrs. Owen for ID because the notary is careful and prudent. Ms. Owens obliges by providing her driver's license. If no suspicious circumstances were present, the notary could still proceed even if she could not be positively identified. And again, I say in the state of Florida, I say as a notary anywhere in the world, in the United States, you should ID a person unless you know them personally. And when I say personally, I mean like personally. In my mind, I ID everyone. Even if I know them, I want to ID them. Okay? Just because it is good practice. I don't feel like you are putting them out of their way by asking them for ID. It's usually expected that they would provide ID. So even if I know them, I'm still asking you for ID because I want a record of ID. Okay? So in my book, personal knowledge does not exist. Unless, like I said, this is somebody that I really and truly know. And maybe if they were elderly or something like that, then maybe. But my goal is to my rule is to ID everybody. All right. Step 4. When she requested the certified copy, Miss Owens provided the original document to the notary. A notary may never certify a copy of a document that is not in the hands of a notary. All right. Step 5. Since the college diploma is a one of a kind document, it may be copied and certified by any notary whose state permits such certification, provided the document is in the rightful possession of a private individual. It is easy to see that a diploma with Miss Owens' name on it, it's rightfully in her custody, since she was positively identified by the notary. In addition, copy certification is a lawful act in Texas as long as the original is not recordable in the public record. A college diploma is not a recordable document. So the notary has determined that he may lawfully certify a copy of Miss Owens' diploma. All right. Step 6. Because a notary makes the photocopy himself, he is absolutely sure that the copy is identical to the original. If the copy to be certified was made outside of the notary's control or presence, he must carefully compare the original and the copy to make certain that they are identical. Okay. So you don't have to make a copy. If you're a mobile notary and you go to someone's home and they want a copy certification, as long as they have means to make the copy there, then you're good. And if not, maybe you can meet them at a Staples, Office Depot, UPS store, FedEx, somewhere where they can make the copy in your presence if they don't have a copy machine, or unless they can come to your home and you have a machine. Some people do that. All right. Next, the notary records the act in his journal. He records the date and time of notarization, March 19, 2017, 3 p.m. The type of notary act, copy certification. The document date, June 15, 1977. The document type, college diploma. The name and address of the document custodian, Miss Owens. The notary then records how he identified Miss Owens by checking ID cards and recording the ID's description and expiration date. The notary does not record the ID's serial number because it is prohibited to do so in Texas. I didn't know that. All right, next, in the additional information section, the notary describes the document in detail. This is also a good habit to have when you are writing in your journal. Put as much detail about the document as possible or about the session. If there are witnesses that are there, put their names again and say that they witnessed the signing. If you gave an oath, put that you gave an oath. It was a jurat and you gave an oath. The more details you can put in your journal, the better it is. In the event down the line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 or 7 years, if someone comes back to challenge your notarization in the court of law or before an attorney or whomever, you won't remember what the heck you did that long ago. Even just a year ago, you won't remember. So, having as much detail as possible in your journal will help you to remember and help you to, provide the most accurate information in the event you're called legally to the carpet. Okay. All right. So he put in detail University of Texas diploma, Linda R. Owens, MS psychology. That's enough detail. And then he indicates that he made a copy. Then it records the fee, which was $6. And then he signs the journal, or she signs the journal, and then leaves her thumbprint. All right. So here's a copy of the journal entry along with her thumbprint. All right. And then number 8 is for you to complete the notary certificate. So notice that the journal was completed before you did the actual notarization. Okay. The journal should be completed before you do the notarization, not after. So the last step is completing, signing, and seal the notary certificate. So since she provided only the original document, the notary will need to provide the certificate. He uses a pre-printed certificate with the following wording, and then you see the certificate there. Now, he could have also copied that document on like legal paper where you have that white space at the end and then stamped it on the document, right? He could have done that as well. But if not, you attach a loose certificate to the top of the document. Make sure that you record what the document is, how many pages, and then you're good to go. So this is what the certificate will look like filled in. He has the venue here, state of Texas, county of Bexar. You have your date. And so these are called the statement of particulars. And you got the number of pages, the preceding document of 1. So in this case, the number is 1 page preceding this document. And next, you put the signer's name, then you sign and stamp your seal. Boom, done. And that's it for copy certification. That's it for copy certification. So there's 4 people on and no likes. Please close the chat for me if you're on YouTube and like this video so that we can bump it up in the algorithm, and then we'll go ahead and do the test as well, and we may be able to do the next chapter. May be able to go to the next chapter because I have another 30 minutes, so we can go to the next chapter. So number 1, an original is which one? I don't have to read them now. You can see them. So answer for number 1. Go ahead and put your answer in the chat. Put your answer to number 1 in the chat. Is it a reproduction of a document? Any document of which a reproduction has been made? Any document photocopied by a notary? Any photocopy of a document? Anyone want to answer? Put your answer in the chat. Hopefully this is working. Hey, Diana. So Diana got B. Anyone else? Anyone else before I reveal the answer? Going once, going twice. The answer is B. So an original is any document of which a reproduction has been made. So number 2, let's answer number 2. A custodian is the document's what? Certifier, photocopier, signer, or keeper? Let's answer number 2 in the chat. Number 2. Oh, this is like on the wrong page. Let's answer number 2. Anyone? We got 1 C, 2 C's. Oh, that's Yolanda. Yep, C. We got a D. All right. So the answer to number 2 is D. The custodian is the keeper of the document. So even though the signer can be the keeper, the custodian is the keeper. Okay. It can also be the signer, but they are the keeper of the document. Okay. So number 3, notaries may certify copies of which one? A, vital records, B, recordable documents, C, privately held documents, or D, any immigration document. What is the answer for number 3? Number 3. You got 1 C, another C, all right, going once, going twice. We got a B. The answer for this one is C. C. All right. So any privately held document can be certified. So you have to remember, we cannot certify vital records, recordable records, or immigration documents. Those documents cannot be certified. All right. Number 4, notaries are generally authorized to certify a copy of which one? Now, use the answers before on number 3 to figure out number 4. So, is it a birth certificate, an entry in your journal, a deed of trust, or a college transcript? Which document can we notarize? Which one can we notarize? Man, I'm getting all kinds of signings. Let's see. Friday. Yeah, I'm available. Friday at 12. I hope I can do it. 33614. All right. Deed of trust, is that now? What is a deed of trust? Deed of trust is recordable. So we cannot certify any recordable documents. So the answer would be B, which is an entry in our notary journal, in our notarial journal. So that is a privately held document. So birth certificate is a vital record, a deed of trust is a recordable record, and a college transcript is I guess it's considered a vital record as well. But it's held corporately. It's an institutional record. And if you remember, we cannot certify copies of institutional or corporate records. All right, number 5, a notary employed by a corporation. Yeah, we're talking about certifying copies. A notary employed by a corporation should certify copies of A, corporate records using a notary seal, B, corporate records using the corporate seal, C, notary journal entries using a corporate seal, or D, notary journal entries using the corporate letterhead. Now, this one's a little tricky, but I think I know what this one is. So, I just said that a notary cannot notarize institutional or corporate records, but we can do that by taking another step. So, which answer do you think it is? Oh, is tomorrow Friday? Yeah, tomorrow's Friday. So the answer for number 5 is B. You can certify corporate records if you use a corporate seal. I think these people are calling me. And I cannot answer. All right. Number 6, notary certificate wording for a certified copy is A, not required since certifying a copy is not a notary act. B, should be attached to the last page of a multi-page copy. C, should be duplicated and kept in a notary journal. Or D, may be typed, stamped, or printed on the copy or an attachment. Which answer do you think number 6 would be? Number 6, so that way you can see a little bit better. That probably was them calling me to give me that signing. And I did not answer. It's okay. We got D. D. All right. Yep. The answer to that one is D. Yep. All right. Number 7. Copy certification is an authorized notarial act in A, some U.S. states, B, all U.S. states, C, no U.S. state, or D, only for corporate notaries. Which one? You said, dang. Yeah, I'm sure he was calling to give it to me, but the truth of the matter is that it's tomorrow at noon. I can literally do that one. I can technically do that one at noon if I take my lunch from work. However, I'm on a big project at work and I probably need to keep my behind at work and not take a lunch in that fashion. So that's why I didn't answer. They're probably not going to give it to me now. It's okay. All right. Exactly. Right. And that's the thing about doing loan signing is that you end up pushing it. So, all right. Number 1, number 7, A is the answer for number 7. It's in some states. It's not in all states. It's in some. The last one, in certifying a copy, a notary is not required to A, complete a notary certificate, B, see the original document, C, identify the document custodian. I'm all messed up now. And D, verify the accuracy of the copy. So A, complete the notary certificate, B, see the original document, C, identify the custodian, D, verify the copy of accuracy of the copy. Which answer would that one be? Number 8. Yeah. We got a C. We got some C's. All right. Yeah. That one is C. So, and then we never really answered these ones. So we're at the end of that chapter. So I think we'll probably pick up on chapter 11 on next Thursday. Just because I gotta get ready for the game and it's not really much time to start a new chapter. So the next chapter is proof of execution, proofs of execution. So that might be a new one for everyone because that's something that's really not that common. So subscribing witnesses and all of that stuff. So I'm excited to dive into that one. So at this point, does anyone have any questions? I can answer some questions for the next few minutes or so. If you have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them. Any questions? Anyone have any questions? And again, thank you all so much for joining the live today. I would love it if you would close the chat, hit that like button, the thumbs up, hit the thumbs up. It helps the algorithm and helps my videos get out. Let's see. How do you receive a notification for next week? So you subscribe to my channel and right next to the subscribe button, there's a little bell. So hit that bell. And when I go live or when I upload a video at all, you'll be able to see it when that happens. But just so you know, we're going to go live again next Thursday at 7 o'clock. So just be looking out for me at 7 o'clock, and I should be here. Now, there has been some times where I didn't go live. That was predominantly kind of around the hurricane, and then it was a couple of weeks that I didn't feel good. So for the most part, I'll be going live on Thursdays. Thank you so much for coming today, Influencing You. So yeah, subscribe to the channel. All right. Any other questions today? Any other questions? Yeah, I kind of just jumped on Jasmine at wasn't the last minute. I normally go 7:30. I decided to go 7 because the game, you see I got on my Lions jersey. Oh, you can't see it. It's upside down. This way. Oh, never mind. I got on my you see this over here. So I was looking at the playback. I thought that was funny. So yeah, so football is a big thing in our house. So football, it happens on Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday at my house. Yes, Jasmine, all of the lives are uploaded. So if you go to the channel here at the Crafty Notary, you can go back and look at all the lives. Today is the first live that I did with the book electronically. Before I was doing it with the camera and the book. So I hope you still can follow along and get a lot out of the sessions that way. But yes, you can definitely catch up on the lives. I would appreciate it. And thank you, Yolandia. I will see you next week as well. So we'll be here Thursday at 7, right here at the Crafty Notary. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so that you're notified when I do go live. And that way you won't miss it. Okay. You're welcome. You're welcome. So if there are no other questions, and you can ask me anything, it doesn't have to be related to the book club. If you have a question about being a notary, becoming a notary, situation that you had, ask me any question while you got me. And I think I'm going to start doing some lives too, eventually, some live Q&As. I'm going to do some of those. I think I missed my signing, guys. I think I missed it. It's okay. Like Diana said, I was pushing it anyway. I was pushing it. And I have done that so many times. Let's see. So she says, I'm looking forward to your regarding witnessing. I had a Ron refinance on Notarize for Florida today, and it asked for a witness, but the lines were grayed out. Did I miss that incorrect? It depends on the document. Not all documents need a witness. It depends on what state you're in and the document. So in the state of Florida, for example, in a refinance package, the only document that requires a witness is the deed. And typically they tell you when there is a deed and you need a witness. But for the mortgage and all, we don't need witnesses there. So I don't know what state you're in, but it depends on the state and the requirements. Let me ask you a question. How long have you been signing on Notarized? Because I'm also signed up on Notarized, but I have never done a signing on Notarized because I find it very hard to get a signing on there. And to start out, they only pay $5, and I just felt like it wouldn't be worth my time. Ah, I got you. Okay. Okay. Okay, so you're a Ron notary. So are you a Ron notary, or do you guys get Ron? Do you look for notaries through Notarize? Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool. You work for, yeah, that's pretty cool. Ah, okay. Okay, so she has her own business. Oh, that ain't the comment that I wanted to show. It didn't come up yet. Here it is. So she does her own signings. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so it would definitely depend on your state and what they require for witnesses that they were grayed out. I don't really, like I said, I'm signed up for Notarize, but I have never done a signing on Notarize. I do most of my Ron signings on either eNotary on call, eNotary log, Blue Notary, or One Notary. So, and I typically bring my own clients. eNotary on call is the only platform that gives you clients, and I make pretty good money on eNotary on call. Although the word is getting out and more notaries are signing up, and it's kind of turning into a Notarize. But there's so many notaries with Notarize, it's very hard to get a signing there. And again, they only pay $5. I don't have time for that. But other than that, I bring my own clients. I do my own marketing. I have my own clients, and I bring them in on the other platforms. And so I charge them my fee outside of the platform, and then I facilitate the run that way. Yep, it's good to know. Thank you. All right, guys. So I'm gonna wrap it up. I again thank you so much for watching the live today, joining the live, and you can do it. That's your goal. You can get there. Didn't take me very long at all. And once things get going, they go. So I'll see you guys here again next Thursday. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like the video on your way out. And until then, I will see you guys the next time.